So for today's activity, you are going to need your paints from your art pack, a palette for mixing the paint, a water pot, your brush, pencil and rubber, and your sketchbook. The first thing that you're going to need to do is to mark out where your graffiti tag is going to go in your book. And we want there to be a curved line with the lettering on. So first of all, very lightly with the pencil, I'm going to mark a curve in the middle of the paper, and then I'm going to mark a parallel curve underneath to show where the bottom of my letters are going to be. Okay, and I'm doing it really nice and light so that I can go back and rub it out later. Now I'm going to lightly draw in the lines of my letters, not adding any volume at this point. Now, it's a good idea as well to make all the letters the same size. So I know that there are 6 letters in my name. So I'm going to put 3 letters on this half and 3 letters on this half. So I'm going to mark a midpoint, and then I know that I need to put 3 letters on this side, 3 letters on this side, and that's going to help me balance my writing. So now I'm going to just mark the lines of the letters of my name. And again, very lightly, so that later I could rub them out. And making them fit within this curve. If at any point you make a mistake or the letters are too big, too small, you can take your rubber and rub it out and just make sure that you get it all correct. When you're happy with the spacing of the letters, now you can start adding some volume to them and adding some graffiti style details. So I'm going to thicken up each part of the letter, and I'm also going to add on some shapes, like an arrow at the top of this H, a foot at the bottom of this H, I can begin to add tails, So once you have extended each part of the letter, you may like to go back and just make adjustments to make it all look really nice and balanced. So for example, I might think that this H is a little bit small, so I'm going to go back and make it a little bit bigger so that all of my letters look balanced. Once you're happy with that, then you can rub out any of the guidelines that you no longer need anymore. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add layers around the outline of the shape that we are going to be painting in with the different tints of the colour. So what you're going to do is about 1.5 centimetres away from the edge of your tag, your graffiti tag, you're going to add a line, like a bubble that goes all the way around the graffiti tag. And you're trying, with your pencil, you're trying to mirror the line that we see here. Always about 1.5 centimeters away. And again, do it really nice and light, because if you then make a mistake, you can rub out and you can adjust your line to make sure that you have stayed 1.5 centimeters-ish away. You don't need to measure it, but if it looks by eye that it's about the width of your finger all the way around, that should be fine. Okay, so that's line number 1 done, and now I'm going to do 2 or 3 more of these, and again about a finger's width, or about 1.5 centimeters away. You might find as you do another layer and another layer that you can't fit the whole line on the paper, but that's okay. You can go off the paper and then come back on where you can. Okay, so now my pencil drawing is complete and ready to go. I can begin painting my graffiti tag.